All right, man, 12 o'clock. You know what it is, man. How y'all doing, man? How's everything? All right, man, 12 o'clock show. You know what it is. So look, man, this is DJ Head today episode, another DJ Head episode, but actually he ain't going to do most of the talking. This is actually going to be somebody else doing the talking. He's just there. So look, they're talking about black culture and did Drake walk into the black culture? You know, I love this type of, talk because I got a lot to say. Before we get into that, I got to get my spill. This is Torture Talk. If you like the content, please consider subscribing. If you're new here, let me work for your subscription today. All the beautiful, single, sexy ladies, put one in the chat. All the fellas, y'all know to find the ones at. Just don't harass them. I don't sell no merch, but I do have content. Absolutely free. But if you want to leave a donation, link is in the description. Cash App, no more PayPal. They call me the Hidden Gem. Went from 1,300 subscribers to 15,992 subscribers. I'm about to be 16,000. Thank y'all very much. Give me a hug. Give me a hug. All right, no, don't give me a hug. You know what I'm saying? So look. Let's get to it, man. King of the North. Let me know what kingdom you from. All that good stuff. So let's get it, man. Let's go. This is going to be a productive week. I got a lot to say. I got a lot of episodes coming. Yeah, man. I might drop more than 3 episodes a day because it's going to be a good week. All right. So look, man. Let's go. Also, so follow Torture Talk After Hours. You know what it is. Let's go. All right. This comes courtesy of Marcus Work Media. Markets at Work Media. So let's go.
Welcome back to Markets at Work Media. So I want to get everybody's perspective on this podcast episode with DJ Head and a music executive by the name of Ray Daniels.
Like I've been saying, I think this is the worst career move Drake can ever make. I think this is the worst move he can ever make, and I don't think he recovers from this. And I think he doesn't know that because he didn't grow up in a black household.
He's been doing a lot of interviews lately, giving his perspective.
I agree with that, but we're going to keep this going. I ain't going to hold y'all too much on this one. We're going to keep this going.
Of the music biz from a person that's been in the game for about 20 years, right? So they asked him about the UMG and Drake lawsuit. Did he think it was a mistake? What is Drake getting at with it? Is there something more to it than what we're seeing? How do you think the labels is looking at it? What is the impact on hip-hop, impact on the culture? Can he recover from this? All these questions they kind of got into. Let's review.
We got Drake suing. What do you think about that? Just the overall, what's your overall perspective?
So when you didn't grow up in a black household,
He
you
not
gotta
like
understand.
us.
You don't understand how we think, right? You didn't grow up in it's like Snoop knew.
Hell yeah.
He knew the residue was gonna come from him doing and Rick, they all knew. That's why I was like, that's what we are right now. They knew, but Drake, I don't think in his mind, I think he's still thinking like this is business.
Hey.
That I'm telling you, that's 100% facts. Plus, I think that, and I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I think that I don't think Drake is a racist. I don't think that at all. But I do think that he believes that Kendrick is beneath him. Now, if you want to say that that's a racist thought or ideology, okay, you might agree. But there are black people who think other black people are beneath them. I'm telling you, I think that he believes that this guy is a black artist who is from Compton. I am from a Jewish household. I totally believe that Drake thinks that Kendrick is beneath him. I'm telling you, that's what I believe. Because I think Drake's looking at it from the point of view like, I can't, like, I'll explain it a little more. Let's keep it going. I'll explain it a little more.
Spot on. Real talk, Ray. He didn't grow up in a black household, so he doesn't understand the culture really. He understands it on a very surface level, which is why he couldn't see this coming when every other black person, every other nigga we know knew exactly how this was going to pan out, but he was so blinded, I guess, by his Jewish side that he didn't understand the impact on the culture and hip-hop.
But I look at it like this. Drake I always said this on record, he's the cheat code. He's the greatest cheat code in rap history, right? He could say nigga, he could wear yarmulke,
Yep.
right? Which means that when he's with us, he get access to how we think and everything else, and he's with them, he got access. I think they revealed to him the things they do, because he's like them too, and then he's basically bringing it back. Like, you know, sometimes they let you in like, dog, if I want to light the music business up right now, how much shit I know I could light it up. But I won't. Because I know how much residue that's gonna do to other people that work under these people.
Now he
See and that's exactly what I mean. And I said this before. He don't understand black culture. He thinks rap is just rap. That's it. And the crazy part is he been in the game for 15 years, and I think he looks at it from the point of view of, and don't get me wrong, he probably came across a lot of idiotic shit. He probably came across a lot of ghetto shit, and he thinks that that's how all black people are. I think he really believes that that's how we are. You know what I'm saying? Because he is a guy who didn't grow up in the culture, who just came into it, and I think that he looking at it from the point of view of, okay, this is how they actually act. And truth be told, it's not rooted in him, so he don't know. So what he's saying about Drake going to the courts, that part is not rooted in him. Usually black people don't go to courts unless they really have to. They don't go to the police, they don't go to courts. Because going to the courts is kind of like going to the police. You know what I'm saying? Most of the time, if you steal something from us, we're going to get it back somehow, some way. But we usually don't go to the courts unless we have to. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think that he understands that.
brought up another interesting perspective. Drake is the biggest cheat code in the sense that he can say the N-word, being black, but can also wear a yarmulke. And he can blend in and assimilate on both sides to some degree, but let's be honest here. He grew up on the Jewish side, so he's about 80% Jewish with his culture and values, and really only about 20% of the black values, which is probably the biggest disconnect the culture has with him right now, because he assimilated to try to be like us, but at the end of the day, the way he was raised doesn't align with our way of life.
Yeah, he don't understand that even though he has access to the blackness, he don't understand the root of the blackness. Like, you might have access to the matrix, but you don't understand how the matrix operates. You know what I mean? You don't understand how it operates. You don't understand how the roots, how they grow out of the ground. You have access, you could see it, you can even put your hand on it, but you don't know how it happens because you are not from the soil. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's the problem with Drake. That's why he keeps going out and doing these things, because he don't understand. He thinks it's about just fighting. You know what I'm saying? And I think that, to be honest with you, I think that is the black side of him, and it's just that continues to fight. But it's how you, and it's going to sound kind of weird, but it's the truth. He's just swinging, but he's not holding his hands right. You know what I'm saying? Because Kendrick held his hands right. Kendrick know that you just can't swing. You got to hold your hands right. And I think that that's Drake's problem. He's just swinging because he just like, well, I got to see what something got to hit. And Kendrick is dipping it because Kendrick said, you're predictable. So he's swinging and is like a professional boxer. He knows if you just like, he knows. And Drake's just swinging and swinging and swinging. And Kendrick is just like dipping because he knows how to hold his hands. And every time Kendrick get a chance to hit him, boom, he rock him or knock him on his ass. That's what he do. And he's really feeling it right now. So, you know what it is. Keep going.
You took an L, my nigga.
Yeah.
And our community is like, I would just tell him to watch Friday.
Yeah.
When motherfucking
live
like, when
to
John
fight
Witherspoon
another
said,
day.
hey, bro, you fight, but you lived. And right now, he got the shotgun and he looking for somebody to die.
Yeah.
And I'm like, nigga, we all know that you only want to kill him because you lost.
That's it.
Nigga, f that. You still got in you. Nigga, get up and fight like we have to.
Yeah.
Like for the ancestors that's still in you, bro. Like you acting like them now. And then wonder why everybody's excited playing a song celebrating you not like us. You showing us you not like us every fucking chance you get. And that's why.
That's 100% facts. He ain't spit no lie right there. You are definitely showing us that you're not like us. Every time you go out and do some goofy clown, walking out with holes in your shirt, with smoke in the back, stuff like that, just corny antics. You didn't have to do none of that. You could have just did your music. You don't have to do none of that. And you are really upset because you believe Kendrick is beneath you. You can't believe that this young black man who grew up with nothing basically is performing at the Super Bowl and putting you in the ground and the ground. You know what I'm saying? You don't even know how to even take that. You don't know how to take it. You don't. I'm telling y'all now, you don't. Yeah, so let's keep it going.
That's working because it's like this. Dog, I'm telling you, 100 years from now, this shit gonna be studied.
Yeah.
100%.
100 years from now, they're gonna study the way Kendrick attacked Drake.
Drake is making this L worse than what it really is. He caught a fade, you lose a fade. All right, cool. Man up, nigga, swing back, do your thing, man. Keep pushing. Stand on your, whether you took that L or not. But what you don't do is prove the person that gave you the L right by doing moves. It didn't have to go down like this. You could have heard everything he said, had everybody chanting what they saying, and you would have kept putting out music, fighting back. Even if you took the L, you stood in there doing your thing, and you didn't get on social media doing your little subs. You didn't start bitching about it at your concerts, ranting to your audience and your fans. You didn't throw subliminal shots at Kendrick and his fans and Serena and everybody else, doing a little pass.
I mean, that's true. I think, and I said that earlier, he is one of those people who don't understand how black culture moves. He looking from the outside in, and he thinks because he has some black in him that he understands. I mean, certain roots might come, it might, remnants might, run through him a little bit, but for the most part, he's not gonna, he doesn't understand how deep this goes. This just doesn't go, this just doesn't go, this is deeper than rap. This is deeper than the industry. You know what I'm saying? The culture is deeper than the culture, to be honest with you. Black culture is deeper. Well, I would say the culture is deeper than black culture because it goes much deeper. And we start getting into the history and all that stuff. But he don't understand it. The soil, he didn't come from this soil. You know what I'm saying? He came from another soil. I would say he came from a piece of this soil, but he was raised in a different pottery or different by a different florist or something. Like, I'm just trying to connect the two. You know what I'm saying?
Aggressive. If you didn't do all of that and just stuck with the putting out good music and just shook it off, bro, we'll probably be in a whole different space right now.
Like, I'm so happy to be a black man because of this. Because Kendrick is everything Black America celebrates.
Facts.
He got a black wife. You could say I don't give a he been with us since they was kids. He love his kids. He got his niggas around. He's solid as they come. He ain't nobody over. You ain't see him out here running around like Drake. Basically what happened is that
Finished
you stayed in high
deal,
school.
didn't say nothing.
You stayed in high school. Other niggas that was in your class grew up and they called you out and the high school kids are laughing at you now. You weren't supposed to be in high school anyway. That's why they would say, why you 38 messing with 22-year-olds?
You hanging out at the college.
You hanging out at the colleges. That's my point.
And don't got no
so
classes.
To me, it was like everything Kendrick exposed of him was just who he was. And I think that really fucked with him.
People love.
That's the thing, too. That's another thing, too, that a lot of people don't understand. Drake, like I said before, he hasn't grown. He's still a man-child. He hasn't grown. Kendrick Lamar he's become a man. He grew up. You know what I'm saying? Drake hasn't matured. This is why his music hasn't matured. And a lot of y'all like Drake because of the nostalgia of his old stuff. His new stuff, you listen to it and you like, it's awful. But again, he hasn't grown with you. Kendrick has. You listen to Kendrick, this is why he didn't perform those old songs, because he felt like, well, I want new people to listen to my new stuff. My old stuff is bulletproof. Can't do nothing to my old stuff. But my new stuff, I want to push it to that point. Drake hasn't done that. Drake is still searching for a hit, but he can't make a hit no more because people grew up. That album is over with already. Nobody's really talking about it no more. It's been not even a week. We're only talking about it. We're only talking about it because it's for content, but nobody's enjoying it. You know You know what I'm saying? They're not. They're not enjoying it.
Kendrick, because Kendrick's life story is similar to a lot of black people's life story. Raised in the struggle, black parents, even though he's been through a lot of bad shit, he's trying to overcome that to better himself, better his family, teach morale and principles to his kids, stand by his kids, not be a deadbeat, handle his responsibilities, stand on his own too, defend his family, do his thing. He is celebrated as what we all aspire to in the black community.
That's why you got to innovate or die.
Yeah.
Facts.
And he ain't innovating right now. He's suing people.
That's what I said. I said this. I've been saying this. I've been saying this about him and J. Cole. You have to innovate. You are still living off of your old inventions. It's not working no more. Your old inventions ain't working no more. Maybe for some people, they might like it, but you haven't innovated in a long time. You ain't been doing nothing. You've been doing the same thing. And a lot of people don't want to work with you no more because they know how you are. So you ain't coming across people who really want to work with you. Like, they don't. Nobody want to work with you because you a snake. You know what I'm saying? You are a snake in a hoodie, rapping with a snake head. Nobody wants to. They see you coming from a mile away. And just to think about this, right? Not even think about it. I was just paying attention to what was on the screen a couple of seconds ago. Kendrick Lamar videos are way better than Drake videos. 100% way better. I can't even see how anybody can compare their videos. Kendrick Lamar videos are crazy, man. Like, for real.
It's like, they will forget about you.
Yeah.
They will forget about you.
Now, instead of Drake trying to innovate with his music, instead of Drake trying to take these losses to dig deep and come up with some artistic inspiration to push his music to a new level and dimension and use this struggle and loss of the battle to make himself better, the pressure can either crush you or it can make a diamond. In Drake's case, it's crushing him. It's crushing him inside and outside instead of it making him a diamond. Kendrick was born in the struggle, born in the pressure. So he's a diamond now because he was born and bred through the struggle. So this is nothing new. This is a regular day. This is light work. But for Drake, that wasn't born in the struggle or the pressure like we was, he buckled. And he went to the antics. That's what he knows. He can't keep putting out the rehashing of everybody's sound. Ain't no waves to jump on. Ain't no trends to jump on. He had already faked all the accents. It's nothing for him to ride a new wave.
That's what I said. There's nothing for him to do anymore. He's never been an artist. He's never been a great artist. He's only been a cosplayer of a great artist. That's it. He's using other people's stuff to try to make trends off of other people's stuff. There's nothing for him to do anymore. He's ran out of ideas. He think because he can sing. If you listen to all the songs on his new album, listen to the patterns of how he sing. It's the same, or how he starts it the same way all the time. You already know. I ain't even got to do the singing. I ain't even got to do singing, but you know what I'm talking about. Keep it going.
And dig within himself and come up with something unique artistically. But he doesn't seem to have that gear, so he sues.
And to me, it's like, and black women don't like lame niggas.
Hello.
One thing about black women that they don't like, you could be rich, you could be whatever, but I'm talking about lame. Oh, nigga, you literally are showing every black woman on earth that you a lame.
We gonna get you an apron.
And that's why you literally on my shows, the host of my show, black women ain't even laying it out on them no more. They like, fuck him. Yeah. And that's not because you lost the battle, homie. That's not because you lost the battle. Everybody lose the battle. It's because of how you acted when you lost the battle. You not acting like us. Yeah. So the song becomes more significant because he's saying it and you're mad about it.
Say it ain't so, Drake. Say it ain't so. You lost the support of sisters? You lost the support of black women? They were your biggest supporters, especially.
Well, he did that to himself. I can tell you right now. He did that to himself. He started talking crazy. You know how black women are. All right, you know what I'm saying? I ain't even gotta get on here and tell y'all. You know what I'm saying? You know how they get sometimes. They don't take no shit, man. For real.
in the beginning, bro. Ask yourself, Drizzy, BBL, who you thought was rocking with your sound in the beginning? You started in hip-hop, and you was doing the melody stuff. Before the white people in the pop culture jumped on it, it was only hip-hop in the urban culture. So who you thought was rocking with your melody sound in the beginning? It was sisters. It was black women, bro. So for them to not with you right now because of all the lame boy shit you doing, that's kind of a problem for your brand.
What we're seeing right now with Drake and Kendrick Lamar is a perfect example of cultural competency and what happens when you lack it. Am I about to DEI a rap beef? Yes, keep up. Let's talk about it. If you were surprised Drake is being called out as a culture vulture, you haven't been really paying attention to what's been happening within Black culture over the past few years. Black people have become very aware and very vocal and verbal about gatekeeping the culture and revoking these invites to the cookout that were being given away for free. Not only being given away for free, but being given to people who were mimicking aspects of Black culture, being able to do Black dances, being able to rap, these silly, she gets an invite to the cookout. Here's where Drake comes into play. Yes, he is a biracial man with a Black American father. However, Drake is not of Black American culture. Drake has no cultural literacy or understanding of Black culture or respect for Black history, Black culture, specifically the Black American experience, which is why he was able to get on a track and use slavery, American slavery, as a bar. Drake hasn't changed. I imagine Drake is sitting somewhere very surprised he's on the receiving end of this backlash because Drake hasn't changed. What's changed is the appreciation of Black culture. And when I say appreciation of Black culture is actually not a correct term. What has...
Yeah, she's spitting right now. I ain't gonna lie. She's on it. She's on it. She's on it. She is 100% on it. She is on it.
Changed is the understanding, the appreciation of Black culture that we are seeing within society over the past few years. We are now more connected than ever. We are able to connect with one another on social media. And not only are we able to connect with one another, we see the ways in which our culture is being appropriated, and not only the ways in which Black culture is being appropriated, but people are profiting off of it in a way Black Americans are not able to. This is in front of our face every single day we get on this app. And
yeah, she got a lot to say, and I agree with everything she's saying.
Black people are pissed about it. Rap music is a creation. It was birthed from Black American culture, Black American struggle, the Black American experience. When you have somebody like Drake, who is not only not of that culture, but has no respect for or appreciation of that culture, and is the top grossing male rapper in the culture, or in the genre rather, that's gonna piss a lot of people off. On top of it pissing a lot of people off, Drake never came into rap music paying homage or giving respect to the rappers who came before him. Drake doesn't have an appreciation of Black culture outside of the ways he can use it to cosplay a rapper and the ways he can use it to enrich and benefit himself. That's where his issue lies, because there's a difference between appreciation and appropriation. We've been seeing the same type of appropriation from Drake since he got into the game, but there is an increased appreciation for Black culture and an increased desire to protect it and respect it, and that's where Drake is getting messed up, because he is not respectful of Black culture at all. Drake doesn't care about Black people. Not only is he not respectful of Black culture, he does not seek to educate himself, and there is no literacy there, there is no competency there, there is no understanding there, and there is no desire for any of that to happen on Drake's behalf.
But since you wasn't raised in...
well said. That was very well said. Very well said. She put that together very good. That was very well said. I 100% agree with everything she said. 100% agree. 100%.
Adversity, raised in the struggle of how we was raised. You don't understand the value of the struggle, the value of keep fighting even when you're down, because your Jewish side was middle class. You didn't really have a whole lot of struggles, not like our struggles. So that being said is, you don't know what to do when you take an L, which is the problem.
I know black women. Black women do not fuck with lames. They do not fuck with lames, and they do not fuck with niggas that run. Even if you got beat up in our culture, if you showed up the next day, they still got respect for you.
I owe you dinner.
I ain't lying though. And I think for the first time in Drake's career, black women think he's lame, and that is a dangerous place to be in because black women don't come back. Unless he go gets with like some sister like with twisting the hair like from a Booyah tribe, and he treat like, then they might be like, okay, nigga. But he ain't that.
Yeah.
He don't understand, bro. You are lame to black women now. It's not about how I feel. I can't save you.
Black women don't fuck with lame. They don't fuck with the goofies. And you, my friend, are the goofies.
All right, so you already know. Yeah, that's true. Black women don't really mess with a lot of goofies out here. They really don't. And I'm telling y'all now, man, everything he said about Drake and the culture is 100% accurate. He don't understand what it is to be black. I think he understands what it is to be Jewish, but he don't understand what it is to be black. And I think he definitely used that card to come into, inside of the black experience, but he didn't realize that the Jewish side of him was conflicting with the black side of him. And when Kendrick dropped that song, he said to himself, this is defamation. I can't believe that UMG is going to allow this. And on top of that, I could do whatever I want. They should be able to allow me to do what I want. I'm Jewish. This is what it is. They shouldn't be able to tell. They Jewish too. They shouldn't be able to do this to me. But he's in a very peculiar situation because he's mixed. And a lot of people look at it like, well, you ain't like us. And the other one look at it like, well, you ain't like us either. So I'm looking at it from this point of view. And this is what I believe. I think Drake 100% doesn't understand black culture. And the reason why is because he never really spoke on black issues. Not one time. He doesn't. But he uses the niggery in his music. He's not even a full-fledged nigger. But he uses the niggery. He's not even from that. He's not from the ghetto. He's not from that. But he uses the niggery because a lot of us like the niggery. We like niggery. We do. We like gangster niggery shit. We like that. That's why drill music was so big. We like it. You know what I'm saying? But he is not from that. So when he says it, he slides it in there so easily because he has a very good flow. And a lot of us, since rap music has been 80% people was basically not from the streets, or they not street dudes. I'm not gonna say they're from the streets. They was not birthed in the streets. Some of them dudes were, but a good portion of them only had gangsters around them. They wasn't really street dudes. You know what I'm saying? But we allowed a lot of this to go on, a lot of this cosplay and a lot of this fake thug, you know what I'm saying? It's fake thug mentality. We allowed a lot of that to go on. And what happens is people like Drake thinks they get comfortable with it. And now they're starting to use the niggery that we created, and they use it to their advantage. And Drake used it to his advantage. And that's why he's where he's at today. But I think the culture is looking at him with a side eye. And once the culture look at you like that, there's nothing else you can do. So thank y'all for joining me. I appreciate y'all, man. 6 o'clock show coming up, man. I'll see y'all. Peace, bye.